this video, we're taking a samurai out in the snow and looking for Bigfoot.
In the woods by myself, really scared of the shadow thing.
Don't forget that we're doing a giveaway in every single one of our videos. Right now we're giving away a set of night vision goggles. All you got to do to be entered to win those goggles is like the video, comment on the video, and be a subscriber. Now, the more you comment, the better your chances are of winning. And every comment does matter. It helps more than you will ever know. Okay.
We got 7 inches of snow.
7 inches. Stand here, you can literally hear the trees freezing over. So just to put perspective how well the Sony camera can see snow on the ground. It is 9 o'clock at night.
I think it's, yeah, pretty late.
With snow on the ground.
8:14.
This thing can see. I can't see down that road, but the camera can.
That's it's crazy.
There's a dark spot down there.
Huh?
Is it moving?
I didn't see that. Do you want me to start with what she seen the other night after it was during was that before the big snowfall?
It was after.
Was it after?
No, what you seen?
What she seen?
Right before the ice got here.
It was, wasn't it? It was right before the big ice storm. It was the night of the ride. That light went away up there.
It did.
It was in the night.
The whole context, real fast.
Well, we
went filming up on the mountain.
Yes.
I got something on camera that fits the description of a shadow person.
Yep.
And we didn't catch it until we got home and started putting our video together.
My heart sank when you sent it to me.
You should be the person that's to find that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like, oh my God, it was that close to us. And we had no idea. That's the thing.
So we went on a ride and When you got home, you and Samantha, what?
I was showing her the little trail I cut down here. Just got a little off-road trail to test out suspension and stuff. And I forgot someone dumped a tire down there, so I've been putting my cable up. I forgot I'd put the cable up, so I was like, oh crap. I feel confident. I'll jump out and just pull this cable down, untie it, and put it back up here in a little bit. I get back in the 4Runner after taking my sweet 5 minutes of doing this, and I jump back in the 4Runner. I'm like, what? She goes, nothing. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, and she just kept looking out the window. I was like, what? She goes, nothing, I'll just tell you later. I was like, okay, so I'm showing her the trail, and we're about out of it, getting ready to get in the yard. I'm like, what? She goes, I seen something standing about 15 feet from the 4Runner. It had no face. It was tall, black, kind of skinny, and it just turned around and took off running through the woods. Said it was like transparent.
So it was like a shadow?
It was like a shadow, and said it was just running through trees. I said, why didn't you? I was out there. Why didn't you honk the horn or something? I was out there taking my sweet time untying this big old 1/2-inch cable, and she probably tell the story better than I can. But
so do you think that thing may have followed you home? Because this is right after.
Yes, this is right after. I think it did. And I get home, I'm a little spooked. I moved the 4Runner from underneath the power lines because I was getting ready to get this big ice storm. And I was scared. Well, anyways, two nights ago, cat scared me. After the ice storm, I keep my big TV on backdrops. It's a smart TV, so it has these really cool backdrops. I don't know, it keeps the whole living room lit up without having a light on. And where my bedroom is, it's a 80-foot long single wide. I'm in the very back. And we got this kind of a long hallway right there where our laundry room is. And that TV will light up my whole wall like a perfect square. We all fall asleep, and I get the urge, I wake up, and there's a shadow on my wall in this big square of light. It looks like someone's standing there. Of course, my heart, and I wake her up, and she goes, what is that? Like, I don't know. I said, you see, it took me forever to wake her up. I was like, Sabrina. She's like, what? I'm like, look. She goes, oh my God. So I hurry up, jump up, and by the time I jump up, the backdrop changed, and it was gone. And I ran in there, made sure the doors were locked. I checked all the windows, made sure the kids were okay, and I got the gun out because I don't know, maybe intruder, and I checked every door, every closet, everything. And I was up all night and had to go to work the next day.
Hang on, that snowman looks like a shadow person.
Don't do that.
That's a snowman.
Okay.
It's behind you. It looks like something standing there. There it is. Huh.
I haven't slept since we seen that on that video.
Kind of makes you want to quit doing it.
Yeah. And I hope it's nothing bad.
And I took my medicines, I laid down, I went to sleep. I was sleeping really good, and I always sleep with a fan. And my daughter Emma likes to put on music when she's sleeping, and she puts on like elevator music. I woke up to elevator music, but about 5 o'clock in the morning, I got woke up from inside the house. I could hear this thing screaming. Had over the fan, over the music, and the music was like turned down like real low, like you could barely hear it, but I hear this sound like a I don't know, it did 10 to 13, maybe 14 times, because I'm still waking up like, what is that? And you know, my first thought was something's got a hold of the dog, because I don't know why I was thinking I had a dog outside, but I was thinking I had one of the dogs was outside. And I thought maybe something had a hold of the dog. And then I'm getting up, I'm listening to it. And I realized that it's not a dog. And all the dogs are inside. It's been so cold, you can't leave anything outside right now. I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know what it was, but it woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm a heavy sleeper. Anybody can tell you that. I'm a heavy sleeper. So it was, whatever it was loud. And then we got all this snow. And even looking around, there's no footprints on our property. A lot of deer, our dog and our cat. Oh, we got a whole herd of turkeys been coming in, but I didn't see anything out of the normal, so it had to have been across the river, whatever it was.
It's over here. Walk down there.
Listen. This night vision camera can't see nothing. Take that. Leave it warm. It's a downfall about running the cordless interview microphones, because they can't hear. They're kind of noise canceling.
I don't hear
so
that.
They can't hear that. What was that? Was that a cat?
No. Oh, something talking. Maybe a cat.
Hear that?
Yeah.
How awesome would it be if we just walked out? You hear that?
Yeah.
The bad part about my thermal, it's so cold. It's almost useless.
Yeah, nothing's showing up.
Take this thing down in the woods. You guys have wipers?
What's those?
Oh, this ain't good.
This ain't good.
We really don't have wipers. I can't see nothing.
Down here in the thick of it.
Oh, yeah.
No wipers. That's us. We go nowhere with no wipers.
Can't see nothing in here.
I'm the wiper.
That works.
Me. I'm the great wiper. I wipe up and down, left and right, in my own butt cheeks
If
sometimes.
anybody has a Suzuki Samurai windshield.
In the woods by myself, really, really scared. of the shadow thing gonna eat me. There's a new tree that fell. I'm in the woods all by myself. Gonna scare me. You can't scare me. I'm a tough man. La 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 la. It ain't gonna eat me because I believe. I believe. Okay. Almost went down, fellers. You can't even see him where I'm at. Okay. There he is. Big hill. And we made it. Nine inches of snow. Gosh. You're only gonna get 3. Freaking Weather Channel. They lie. Here we are. Going deep in the woods. Almost went down. He's leaving me. Don't leave me in the dark. Don't leave me in the dark. Don't leave me in the dark. I'm super, super scared. What was that? Okay.
What are you singing?
Don't
Take me
leave
down to Bigfoot City. Where the grass ain't green and the Sasquatch aren't pretty.
I was singing, don't leave me in the dark. Don't leave me in the dark. I'm a lonely man in the woods. It's like a foot.
You going down?
It's like a foot deep right there. So pretty. I'm hoping something spooks us. Oh my god.
Well, I'm blind.
Wrong button. The man with the plan. Bright out here.
You hear that?
Yeah. What's it sound like?
Like walking? Or slipping and falling?
Like me? I didn't fall, not once. Professional. What was that?
I get quiet when we get in places like this. So check this out. There's regular LED.
Yeah.
Pull and twist.
Oh wow.
It's all, can't see it with the naked eyes. It's IR.
That's cool. Huh. Look at your whole face lit up.
Can't see that with the naked eye.
Oh, that's cool. Gotta walk in the tracks or it's gonna be slippery. And you're on a hill.
What was that?
Don't do that.
Clearing the window.
Would you?
Clearing the plexiglass for when it's time to escape.
Escape.
Picture perfect. To film one walking.
Yes.
Are they moving right now? I mean, they move when it's cold, obviously, but...
See, I always read that they don't travel during snow because they can be tracked. Which was smart on them.
Well, Brittany knows a lady. We're trying to get her... I don't like that.
I don't either.
You said that, but Brittany knows a lady. We're trying to get her to come on to Miguel's channel, Sasquatch Theory, and have her. He's going to interview her, hopefully here soon, and she'll be able to tell a story. But one part of the story she said is that these dogmen, when it would be snow on the ground, they knew it was safe to go outside because they never came around when there was snow on the ground.
The dogman didn't?
They said that even the dogs would relax and they could go outside and they could play because they knew this thing wouldn't come around if there was snow on the ground.
Yeah. Right at the time we get chased by coyotes. We hope it was coyotes.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
Behind the old house with the
Yeah.
torpedo. Behind the old house there was this...
Where I broke my leg.
Yeah, this hill was that gnarly. It was kind of like an S curve going up the side of this real steep hill. And we would take our sleds, and it took forever to walk to the top of it. But when we'd slid down it, the ruts from the trail was like a tubing, like a Goonie slide almost.
Yeah.
And we would get going down those things. Shelby ended up breaking his leg on that hill. He was going so fast, he broke his leg. He went off the trail, hit a bunch of trees. I had to drag him out with a sled.
And the extension cord we
Little
found.
12-year-old Shelby sitting there screaming, hey.
That hurt.
I found an old phone cord out in the woods and tied it to a sled and pulled you out. But we heard those howls and you could hear you couldn't see them, but you could hear them. That year it was like it snowed. There was like 6 inches of snow, and then the next night it sleeted, and there was like a frozen layer of ice on top of all the snow, and when you step on it you could break through the ice. Some spots you could almost stand on top of the snow without breaking through, but you could hear those running through the woods, and they were running towards us, and they were close and screaming. That hill was so steep that you could outrun anything on those sleds going down that thing. Right?
Oh, yeah.
We look like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Pretty steep.
I found it again.
We'll be cutting that thing off, won't we?
I really want to cuss right now.
Keeps forgetting about that.
Oh,
Right on the shin, wasn't it?
right on the side of the knee.
I'm laughing with you.
Liar.
Wow.
It don't even look dark on this.
You don't?
No. Alright. So, there's what, 2 or 3 of us have heard the Indian drum sounds out here.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 of us.
I was actually at the neighbors and heard full-blown Indian powwow chanting stuff go on. I don't know what they were doing. Don't know who it was.
He don't have no neighbors.
We haven't put our finger on it. Okay. Now, you guys have heard the drumming out here. Mom has spent a lot of time sitting outside and heard it when we were all at work and stuff.
Dad's heard it.
There was, if some of our original subscribers will remember the tractor tire that we like to sit on, which is now down here because the water washed it down. But we were down here one night, and Shelby picked up a stick or a rock or something and was beating on that tire, and it clicked. We realized that it wasn't drumming. It was something beating on that tire.
Yep. Like it all clicked in our heads.
Like,
oh, wait a minute.
It wasn't drums. It was this tire.
It was my rock tree beater.
The only thing that was ever gifted to us, other than that big rock we found in the tree, we found a big rock up in the tree. Big rock, boulder. Found that, and a crow's feather was left on that tractor tire. I know people do the gifting thing. We've never really tried it out here. Not really. I mean, I put apples.
Well, yeah, we've had the kids put out fruits and stuff.
We put stuff out, but any animal could have really snagged them the way we put them out.
Yeah.
We haven't really tried to gift. If anybody's friends with a dog, man, I've never seen one, but I can tell you right now,
don't want to see one.
I strongly suggest you don't befriend a dog man, because they're benevolent.
I was thinking the other night, what if it was a Skywalker,
A stick walker?
Yeah, stick walker. Or what's the other one? Starts with an I. I ain't even gonna say it. The Amago ones?
Yeah.
And there's gotta be a reason they love this place. Is it just a natural hot spot, or is it...
There's a lot going on out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Is it the right spot? Right spot of the world? Is it like the other place, the big ranch in Utah? Is it a...
Those fascinate me only because of the relation to this place.
Yeah.
Only the government's never owned this. It never will.
Never will.
There's like the Bradshaw Ranch. There's the S4E2 Ranch.
Yeah.
There's Space Wolf Ranch.
I know I'll watch those and I'm like, ooh. Keep slipping over here.
There's a lot going on out here.
This area in general, I mean, my house, your house, your neighbor's house.
That's like Aunt Jackie was talking that when they came out here when they was kids and they would go up to the big rocks, that she can remember there being human skeletal remains from the water erosion in the bank. And they're always told not to touch them because they could be Indian. And we've been swimming in this water out here for our whole lives, and we're like, we're just now finding out about this.
32 years old. I'm like, what? What? What happened? That'd have been nice to know. My hand went to sleep. I gotta change hands real quick. Wait, you see something?
Oh, I seen something moving. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like somebody rolling a snowman.
Yeah.
That.
Or sounds like this.
Yeah. But a bunch.
Yeah.
It's like real big.
I ain't gonna walk these woods and try to find it either.
I couldn't run right now.
It's too.
Would fall 100 times.
Yeah, we're crazy for being out here in the snow.
Well, rule of thumb. With hands reach of the vehicle.
I mean, I do got the safety,
Yeah.
the safety pew,
Yeah.
but
I get a lot of people that ask, hope you're packing. Hope you guys are armed.
covered the lens up with my finger. Ooh, almost went down.
I'm about split.
I know. I've looked at bigger guns since. You know, a bigger pistol.
YouTube just won't let us show it.
Yeah. That scared me.
Me too. What is that?
Reached you and grabbed me by the throat. You don't even have a gun ready, do you?
No, it's in the bed.
Mine's in his big pocket.
I just want to go back to the house.
Yes, we can. It's scary down here.
Yeah. Oh, this sounds and looks bad. Standing on the side of the road, on the curb, waiting for the first squatch to pull up. But that's how it happens. This is how it happens. This right here. One of the best audios that I've captured. That this thing is like off on the mountainside doing some kind of singing. If one could sing, that's what I would think it would sound like. But just moaning. I'll play that. I'll play that video right now. There it is. You hear it? Come over here to check the game camera, which got destroyed. This is all that was left on the SD card.
Okay.
Wow. But that was one of the first audios that we got. We, funny story. So I got a death whistle. And I didn't tell Shelby. I was going to surprise him with this death whistle. Now, I live way over there, you know. And I take it outside and I blow on it once. I'm like, okay, this thing sounds creepy. But I had a feeling that it was going to call something in. So I put it away. And a couple hours go by. And I've got game cameras up, or had game cameras up down there. The flood got them, but had game cameras up down there. And a couple hours go by and Shelby calls me. And he said, you need to come over here. He said, I just heard the weirdest thing ever.
You can't even explain it.
Yeah. So at the time, I had an enclosed trailer sitting over here that had all the kids' Christmas gifts. Elias got a four-wheeler for Christmas one year, and we had it in there. And this is before Shelby's house burnt. That was sitting there and had all their stuff in it. And he heard what sounded like talking, like in a native tongue kind of talk, not non-English talking.
Not understandable for sure.
Not Spanish, nothing that you could really put your finger on. And Sabrina heard it first.
Yeah.
Sabrina heard it first. She come out, because at times Sabrina used to smoke cigarettes, and she come out and would smoke outside. She never smoked in the house, and she come out and lit a cigarette up, and had heard that over there by my enclosed trailer. Threw the cigarette out, run inside, and told Shelby somebody's out there by Adam's trailer. Shelby grabs a 28 gauge, a little squirrel gun. He wasn't planning on hurting nobody, just maybe scare somebody, you know, worst case scenario. And he goes out on the front porch, he hears it, and he knew that it wasn't a person. So he tells it basically to
not welcome.
to go on, get. And he just pow, shot a little small game shot in the air, just pow. And that thing took off running and started screaming.
Yeah, act like I shot it.
He acted like he shot it. And the way it ran down through there, Shelby's called me, he's telling me the story, and he's like, man, it had to have run past your game camera. Because it screamed, correct me if I'm wrong, it screamed until you couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it
screamed until it was off and miles off. So the next day, I come over, we go down there, we get the game camera. It never worked a day after that. It did get something on there, but it's like strobing out, and it's green, and then at the bottom I think it's black. It's been so long since I looked at that part of the video, but I had my laptop on the hood of my car, and I was going through it like something's wrong with the game camera. If it did get nothing, we ain't gonna notice anything. And this thing starts screaming, starts doing this, not screaming, but this moaning, singing sound. And I even got it on my cell phone, and I even pointed my phone at my laptop, like, I'm over here checking the game camera because of this, and it's off singing. And you can hear the kids, the front door was open, wasn't hot, wasn't cold, front door was open. Kids are playing, kids are in the back playing, they're being loud. And you can hear this thing off in the distance just going crazy. Can't explain it. How many times have we heard that? 4?
Yeah, 4 maybe.
You got it on recording 2 more times. But from him sending it from his phone to my phone, it watered it down and did something to it.
Yeah, all you hear is me walking.
Yeah.
In the leaves.
And you're like, oh my God. Crunch. Crunch. Yeah. Crunch. You can kind of hear it, but I'm going to put this one up. What was that?
I don't know.
Why does that happen when I'm being noisy?
I don't even know which way it came from.
That way. Well, Shelby has this horn that Ozark Harryman gave him. It's like a horn, And you blow on it, it's like a biblical horn. They blew on that thing out here a couple of times. We got some pretty good responses.
Yeah, if I keep it put up, I'm always scared I'm gonna break it. Or dog chew it up.
I 3D printed some death whistles. Me, you, and Josh were down there where we was tonight.
Down that way.
And
Ooh, almost fell.
we blew on that down there. We got a response up here.
The Mitten. 2025 coming soon.
What? There's a squatch in these woods.
Did I say 2022?
I've probably got a nest somewhere. Think about it. There's different Sasquatch researchers out there. Me, personally, I'm on the fence post. On one side of the fence, you've got, it's just a animal or being, creature, intelligent species that is undiscovered that's just roaming around out there. And if that is the case, and you have repetitive encounters on your property, it's going to be like the possum that keeps getting into cat food, or the turkeys and your deer. You know, they have a radius, so they've got somewhere they like to lay down. So, in my opinion, you know, they're going to know where their food sources are, because they're going to do their best to eat everything they can to stay alive. I mean, think about it. If you was out there, you would take every opportunity you had to eat. So you know where all the food sources are, where the good trash cans are, the good dumpsters. You know where the dog food is. You know where everything is, all the water sources.
Corn.
You're not just bouncing off the,
pig farms around here.
You're going to know where your food sources are. Just like deer that come into the same fields and the same thickets, and they know that this is where this is at. This is where I can get that. Then there's the other researchers that are like on the other side of the fence, paranormal. These things are, one with the forest. They're spiritual beings, interdimensional beings. They've got UFOs.
They
crafts.
got UFOs.
There's a lot of different speculations. And to me, the paranormal does make sense, because when you start doing this, you find evidence that makes absolutely no sense. Like, you'll have people that say, how come people only find one footprint? Well, usually because it only falls in a spot that can leave an impression. We have found 2.5 in my garden. Casted all 2.5 of them. One of them turned out great. Let's see. You have documented proof of these great big bipedal footprints leaving a house out into the middle of a field and just stop, or with snow on the ground. They just stop. Like this thing took flight and disappeared. I personally know somebody. I'd rather him tell it so I don't mess it up, but was hunting. There was snow on the ground, but it was that snow that was melting fast. So if you stepped on it, it would, leave a slush print and melt almost immediately. He shoots this deer. It leaves a blood trail. He gets down, starts following this blood trail, trying to find his deer, and he sees these little barefoot prints, like kid footprints, following this blood trail. And he follows it down, and he gets to where it looks like this deer laid down and bled out. The deer tracks in. There's a big puddle of blood. The little feet prints go up to the blood puddle. They end. Deer's gone. No footprints leaving. Almost as if it got there and they just flew away. Like, stuff like that is happening, and you can't explain it. And it's coming from people with good credentials. People that are not going to make this up to make themselves look stupid or sound crazy. When they wouldn't tell you this to sound crazy. Like, it's not a competition to see who can sound the craziest. That one we seen in front of the camper back there that night. There's no reason. It's something that big, we shouldn't have heard it run away.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of weird stuff that happen, especially here. You'll hear voices out here.
Whistles.
I mean, when you're alone and you hear a voice, you can think in yourself, did I really hear that, or was that my brain? Was that in my imagination? And then you have 3 of us standing here and hear it.
I told you I wasn't crazy.
I got one night we was working on my Ford Explorer, putting a transfer case in it right here.
In the snow.
In the snow. And your boys went over to my house, stayed at my house, to play with my kids. And we was working on that. And I heard it. You heard it. Dad heard it. It sounded like Bennett opened the front door. Our backs were turned to the front door. We're on Dad's tailgate of his truck working on a transfer case. And we hear what sounds like Bennett go, "Hey, Dad! Dad!" And you went, "What? What do you want?" And that's when it clicked in my mind. Like,
hold up.
Wait a minute. Shelby, the boys are not here. They're at my house. And you were like,
oh, beep.
I told you, so just ignore it.
But the thing is, it came out of my house.
Dad was sitting there like,
yeah. Couldn't comprehend what was going on.
huh?
Now I got that big old thing right there in my front yard with the brightest lights I could find.
And now, Dad's had stuff like that happen out here.
Yeah. People beating on his
whistling.
window.
Stuff beating on the side of that motorhome. Something shook it one night and left a handprint on the side of it.
Shook that motorhome. I mean, it's a big Gulfstream motorhome. I mean, it was, levelers were down and everything.
Hydraulic stabilizer jacks.
It's crazy to think that something shook that.
It'll jiggle the door handle. When the door handle's locked, you can open the door handle, but the door won't open.
Mom had a full-blown panic attack that
So it
night.
has that clack, 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 because it's a weird door handle.
Was she on the phone with... No, she called me, panicking because something was trying to get in, and I ran out there, and I told her I didn't see nothing. She said, "Come get me!" So I ran out there and got her. I was going to shoot it.
She said right before that, you guys, Dad put in all those posts against the riverbank, put in those solar powered lights, little post lights. And she said that she thought she seen something standing out there, and one night she seen something walk in front of those, but she couldn't tell if it was a deer or what it was.
I've seen that before, but I could never tell you either. Down at that end.
She thought somebody was standing out there by the rope swing tree, and then she heard the door handle clacking, and she opened up the back window on the RV where their bedroom is and yelled out the window, "Knock it off, Shelby."
Wasn't me.
And door handle did it again or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she called you. You was in the house making a plate of macaroni and cheese or something.
Something, I don't even remember.
That's when she started freaking.
And then that night Sabrina had Chevelle going potty, and she had something growling at her.
Had something growling at her.
And
Here's something else that has happened out here that I haven't talked about it on here. So that RV was in the backyard for a long time, and our random stray dog showed up. We named him Hobo. He's a good dog. Our Aunt Pam's got the dog now. She taking good care of him. And Mom and Dad, our cousin Bryant's got some property right here, and he come down, and the dog.
That's the same night something growled at Sabrina.
The same night something growled at Sabrina.
And I called you.
So the dog followed Mom and Dad up to Bryant's. And Sabrina come outside to take the dog out to use the bathroom. It was raining, wasn't it? It was raining
Yeah,
that
it's
night.
starting to sprinkle, yeah.
And something growled at Sabrina, but she remembers looking over at the RV and seeing that dog, that stray dog,
Hobo.
over there by that camper.
And I remember
And
seeing
she thought,
him too.
well, maybe it was that dog that growled at me. And then we couldn't find the dog, and we called Mom and Dad, and they said, no, the dog's been up here with us. He followed us up here he's been up here the whole time. So, 2 questions. What the hell growled at her? And
What the hell shapeshifted?
what was that she seen that looked like that dog?
Yeah.
What? You can't explain that.
No, you can't.
Like, how does that make sense? Maybe you're just seeing things. No. Because the reason we were looking for the dog in the first place is because something was growling at Sabrina, and whatever it was going to get shot.
Yeah, I was gonna kill it.
And we were concerned about the dog. We were concerned about Hobo.
Like, I thought the Hobo was... Like, something got Hobo, you know? No, he was with Mom and Dad all night. We're down to 2 bars. 30 minutes.
I guess we'll call it good until the next episode. Thanks for watching.